Hello guys, welcome back. I'm going to talk to you a little bit. First, there's a video I'll link to below, and I got it. I don't speak for Loki. I'm not like super Loki priestess, but I got it and I knew it was a message from Loki to like everyone. It wasn't that I speak for Loki, okay? It was just I could tell it wasn't just meant for me. It was meant for everyone. And it starts about you wonder where I've been. And I'm like, yeah, that's definitely Loki. And the guy's sitting in shadows at first, and then he, kind of sways almost drunkenly out into the light. And I'm like, yeah, that's Loki. And it's very, very timely because the way the singer is dressed is, well, you would be hard pressed to not call him a vagabond. He's not dressed very finely. And I was like flying high. I was like, this is so awesome. Loki's back and everything. And then I crashed. I was like absolutely down in the dumps because I noticed things about my house that I've known for a long time. I've known for a long time that I need to spend more in repairs than I'm worth. Welcome to life. And I totally lost it. And I went in and I had the candles lit today. And I'm praying to the gods, and I outpoured everything. And I'm also share with you guys, I already told the gods, I'm like, I feel so guilty because I'm not saving up to make these repairs, but these repairs might as well be $1 million because I'll never reach the amount of money. And it's like, I can't afford to go take a loan out, so it is what it is. And I said, I feel guilty because I'm going out and I'm buying candles for the gods, or I'm maybe buying a lunch out, or maybe buying gold spray paint and redecorating. And I said, how is my friend who has it so much worse so damn happy? I mean, part of her building is collapsing. So part of her building's collapsing. She knows it's collapsing. It's collapsed. Now, she does have someone in her family to repair it for her, but, overall, that means there's other parts that are probably going to come down. And she has, she has the cancer and she's going for treatment. And she's in a huge amount of debt. She's in so much debt at this point in her life that she would have to hit the lottery 5 times over to dig herself out. And it's not from being wasteful. She runs a business. Unfortunately, everybody thinks that when you run a business and they get to know you, they can come in and then get your services for free. And business has been bad lately. So she's in all this debt. She has this cancer to deal with. But she's the most damn cheerful person I know. She's on every committee she can be on. She runs and runs and runs and does all this stuff. And she's happy with life. And she's always giving to others. She's always practicing charity. I mean, she has so little in her own life, but she's always practicing charity. And she's like, she will feed my ass if I'm up there. She'll be like, are you hungry? And I will feel so bad, but I accept because she would be hurt if I didn't. And I try to, pay her back. Anyhow, I got this sense as I was talking to the gods and I was talking to my parents. And I feel like I've come full circle. I feel like I did this video a couple years ago, or meant to. That she's happy because she's realized there's no sense in worrying about what she can't fix. And I got from Loki clear as day, if you're meant to stay in this house, that's so important to you, you will stay here no matter what. If you're not meant to stay here no matter what you do, you're not going to stay here. Because Loki just kind of gives it to you like that. And was actually extremely comforting because I had been working myself into a tizzy. And he says, your parents went through the same thing. He says, you know what your parents did? Because he will come back to chew your ass out. He says, your parents lied to you kids, and they always had stuff that they had to repair, and the house was always falling down around your ears. You just never noticed it. And you kids thought it was cool. And he says, he didn't say this, but if I was extremely rich, living in a house in the state of repair, it would be so boho chic to do. So I'm living like the rich people do. It was funny because the guy that came to do the repairs told me, you can't believe, like, his sons worked in really extremely rich people's houses. He said, You can't believe it. The house has fallen down all around their ears, broken doorknobs and everything else, and they won't repair any of this stuff. And I'm like, sounds about right. So it was really comforting. We're going through a hard economic time. We all know that. There are people with 4 or 5 jobs that can't afford health care that are on food stamps. And it's not because they're lazy. It's that the company won't pay them anything. I saw a special I had to turn off because it was just breaking my heart, because what can I do about it? There are workers for Disney that there's always this line of cars parked outside Disney World at night. That's because the people that work at Disney are living in their cars. That's how much Disney pays their employees. So yeah, and they said it's heartbreaking. And the one girl was really ashamed because she's also a cosmetologist. So she's working her ass off, working 2 jobs, being a princess and a cosmetologist, and she's homeless. She's living in her car. And it's like, damn it, this economy sucks. I mean, she couldn't be doing anymore. And, thank God she has a car to live in, but I don't think that's much comfort. And, they showed a lot of other people. They show people that work at Amazon that are homeless and living in their cars. And if they're lucky, they can get enough money to get a motel room once in a while and, have a proper wash up and everything. I'm like, damn it, this country's depressing. So we're all kind of, I think Loki made me see those things even though I didn't want to, because he's like, everybody is in the same boat right now. The rich are ridiculously rich, and it's like there's the rich and the poor now. There is no middle class. The middle class isn't vanishing, it's vanished. Everybody's either poor or rich right now. And everybody's struggling to get by. He's like, you're not the only one that, you could use to expend a huge amount of money. And he's like, you can't give up. So, I think that's why he's going in and out for a lot of us, because a lot of us are really going through the ringer, and he's like, it's okay. It's the energy kind of the times that everybody's going through the ringer. But we have to be more like my friend who sets a prime example. She is so much in debt. She's in more debt than I am. And, she's got ceilings falling down and everything needs repaired. And she's the damn happiest person on the planet. And she's going through cancer treatment. She goes through cancer treatment, comes home, and then by 2 or 3 days later, she's back at work. Because she loves what she does. And she can't stand to sit around. And then she's like driving all these different places. And I'm like, this woman is crazy. She's straight up crazy. But that's why I love her, because she's straight up crazy. So, guys, hang in there. I know it's tough. I know it's tough to see you're putting in all the time and effort, and you're not getting anything for it. It's the economy we're living in. It's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. I've worked so many different jobs, and they all paid far below minimum wage. The worst job I had was I worked at a hot foods in a grocery store. They paid so poorly that they gave us welfare packets when we went in. That didn't mean we got welfare. It meant we could apply. But, you can make a ridiculously low amount and get welfare because it's still set back for the 1920s. So it's kind of like catch-22. Like, I pray every day that my student loan goes away, but if my student loan goes away, I no longer qualify to get, medical care. So we're all in the same boat. And once I let go and I was like, okay, maybe I won't be in this house the rest of my life, I was okay. I'm not doing jumping jacks, but I just have to take each day as it comes and enjoy life, because, we're seeing so many young people commit suicide that have seemingly everything. And that has nothing to do with nothing, but they have seemingly everything. And they're giving up. And I don't want anyone to give up, ever. I mean, as much as it sucks to go through life right now, it's the times. And Loki is definitely here with us. It's just we're feeling his energy move away as he's taking care of some things, but is soon as you wail, is when his little fox cubs wail, Daddy Fox comes back and he's like, "Oh my God, what's the matter? What did they do to you? Why aren't they taking care of you? I left you in charge." And he's yelling at all the other gods, and the other gods are like, "We don't know what to do." So yeah, Daddy Fox came and checked on the little fox cub because the fox cub was wailing, and I felt my parents. And it's weird. I always had this feeling, we might as well talk forever, that once the money ran out that my parents left me, um, more money would come in. I don't know where in the hell this money's coming from, but I always thought it would. And I'm like, I've been feeling like shit lately because I'm of the Dairy Queen and they want help. Gas station wants help, and I'm not able-bodied to help. But because I didn't work jobs where I made enough money to pay taxes, I don't qualify for disability. I even went like 2 or 3 days ago and took the disability test. Didn't qualify. So, we're all in this together. I felt comforted when my parents came forward, and I felt comforted when the gods came forward, but we're not living in the 80s, so those of us that grew up in the 80s can let go of the dream of the 80s coming back. We're probably not going to be driving Porsches and working in some kind of luxurious place and doing all this stuff. That economy is probably never, ever, ever coming back. Well, it might come back a century or so, but we're not living in that economy. We can't think like that anymore. We have what we have. And it was kind of good that Loki told me my parents lied, because I felt like such a failure. Because I wasn't, wealthy enough to get all this stuff done. And if I lose the house, I'm letting my ancestors down. And Loki's like, big deal, life happens. Stuff happens. Just because we're not doing even better than the generation before us, it doesn't mean we failed. It means this economy sucks, and our ancestors wouldn't have been doing any better because they would have been making the same crap wages. So it's kind of something I was dancing around and didn't want to be a downer about and talk about, but I think a lot of us are going through it, and it can be physically painful because it can be depressing. And you can just be freaking out and feeling like a failure because you can't afford all this stuff. It's not your fault. We live in a shit economy. So, just keep trying to hang in there. There is hope. It will eventually get better. There's a saying, either it will pass or I will pass. So, and as someone said in the comments, as my mom would say, always look for the helpers. Always look for the people that are trying to make things better instead of, making things worse for everyone else. I think I'm going to stop reading my newsfeed, which means I'm going to stop giving to charity, unfortunately, because we'd started doing that, like picking different charities, and every 1,000 points we give $1. But it's so depressing, and it breaks your heart because the media is focusing on all the bad stuff in the world. It really is, especially Bing. Bing is like, do you want to know what terrible thing happened today? Not really. Don't you have pictures of puppies and kittens? So, just hang in there. I think Loki especially is attracted to the people he knows are going to have a rough road to walk. I'm not saying he wouldn't be with the rich and famous, but I take us the right way. I think he enjoys a challenge. So, don't give up. If you're going through medical issues, or you're going through money issues, or housing issues, or whatever you're going through, please don't give up. Emotions. It really upset me to see some young singer had ended his life on a cruise, and I'm like, God damn it, young gun, you had so much going for you. What the hell did you do that for? As my one friend says, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So, guys, take care of yourselves. If you need help, please get it. If you need therapy or counseling, or you need to call a number. But, remember that we're all in this together, and there's nothing wrong if you end up having to totally restart your life again. It happens. It's the magical economy we're in. Yay, magic. So, stay strong. And I definitely do feel there's change coming. Everybody's feeling it. Everybody's agitated and wondering what's going on, and everybody's like really upset. Like everybody in town was doing busy work today, like cutting lawns and doing all this stuff and doing busy work. Everybody was outside real restless. Now storms are coming, but it wasn't just that. It was every human seems to be feeling this global shift coming. Now what it entails, I don't know. But I think that a huge change is coming because it's going to have to change. Things are going to have to change. And I don't think it's going to be disastrous. I don't think things are going to fall apart. I think things have already fallen apart, and we're all walking through the zombie apocalypse like, damn, why isn't anybody else awake and seeing this? So, if you guys like what you see, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I kind of wanted to talk about that because I hate those bullshit YouTube channels where everything is sunny and happy in their life and nothing ever goes wrong, because after a while that makes the viewers feel bad. It makes the viewers feel like, why isn't my life perfect? Because that's life, especially when Loki's in your life. So, you know, he is with us. He's working on stuff. But if you cry, Father Fox will definitely be there. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.